So there is this some discussion about procedural memory here, and let's try and understand procedural memory in a quick 2 minute. Human beings have two types of memories, right? And they have short-term memory and they have long-term memory. The third type of memory is sensory, which is really your memory about smells or other things, right? So in a short-term memory, you're looking at working memory which lasts only for less than 1 minute, right? Uh, like I saw a vehicle going, so that's like it is something which is short term. I will not be able to recall after some time what was the license plate number or things. But the long term memory is what we are most interested in. To become a successful trader, you need to develop a long term memory, specific type of a long term memory. So in the long term memory, there are two types of memories. One is called as an explicit memory, which is something which we are conscious of, and then there is the other one which is implicit memory. And the implicit memory is where you as a trader are most involved in, because implicit memory is what we are dealing with here, and which we're looking for, like this kind of a memory development. Within that, the specific kind of memory which you want to develop is procedural memory. Procedural memory is the memory about performing a process. When you want to trade momentum burst using 2 inch, it's a specific skill which is required to trade that particular thing. And if you can do that, doesn't mean that you'll be able to trade weak structure short, because to trade weak structure short is a specific procedural memory. We as human beings have thousands or tens of thousands of procedural memory, and that is how we become efficient. Like when you are born, you have very little or very few procedural memories, right? And then over especially young kids, they develop a lot of procedural memory. They don't know how to eat, right? They develop how to eat as a procedural memory, and once they develop, they know how to eat with a spoon, how to eat with a fork, how to use the knife. Those are all procedural memory. They don't know how to put their shoes on. Once they learn that, it becomes permanent part of them. They don't know how to tie their laces. Same way, if you think of yourself as a kid who's trying to learn trading, then you don't know a lot of things. And but the whole thing about these memories is they are lifetime memories. So if you can put in an effort to develop procedural memory, it lasts lifetime. And that's why uh, procedural memories are useful. Procedural memories is what really makes you money, right? And declarative memories or memories about facts and events, unless you are into quizzing, unless you want to go into something like Jeopardy or something like that, you are not going to make money from declarative memory. You make money from procedural memories. Now, how do you develop procedural memory rapidly? That's the question. And there is a lot of research which has been done on this, and the way to develop procedural memory rapidly is to work under pressure. Procedural memory is developed very fast if you are put under a lot of pressure. And that's why a deep dive of 24 hours, you're going to learn more than you can learn in a deep dive of like in a 10 or 15 days. And the other thing is that procedural memory research shows very clearly that stimulated environment can develop procedural memory very rapidly, and this is one of the principles which is used. One of the largest user of procedural memories is the US Army, right? And that's why they put the trainees through a 8 weeks, 10 weeks, or 15 weeks boot camp kind of an environment, where under a pressure they are forced to learn a lot of procedural memories, how to shoot, how to operate, how to spot things in a very short period of time. Same approach you need to take to developing procedural memory for trading. Procedural memory for trading can be developed if you go through a lot of setups, past examples of setups, and try and figure out, okay, where was the good buy point and where was the bad point. There is also a personality element to procedural memory. There is a lot of research on procedural memory, and which you would have seen when you observe kids. Some kids are very quick to learn new skills, right? Some kids can learn skills like very, very fast. You show them one or two times and they can figure it out. And then there are kids who are late developers, or they take a lot of time to develop skills, or some of them like remain um, not very proficient in many of the things, right? And basically, so in order to develop procedural memory, the research shows that there are people who can develop procedural memory by just one trial. There's a lot of research which shows just one trial can build also procedural memory. But understanding procedural memory is going to allow you to become a better trader, because the skills required to be successful and profitable in trading are everything to do with procedural memory and not to do with episodic memory or semantic memory. That is why you cannot become a good trader. You cannot become a good trader by reading a book. That is declarative memory, or that is the semantic memory, right? While you can become a good trader by simulated trading, by doing deep dives or studying 1,000 examples of trading.